no place to escape to.
This is the last podcast.
On the left.
Side stories.
Live from your glade.
That's when the cannibalism started.
Side stories.
Yes. Guys, today we want to open up with a very serious message.
You want to start serious today.
I really do. I really want to do.
You think that there's no need for levity right now?
No, absolutely not.
We need to be super serious.
The opposite.
Good. That's what people want.
We want to talk about one of the biggest injustices that have happened this week that I've heard about, and I've done some reading about, and I've done some soul searching about, and I really want to sit and I want to unpack it, and I want to talk about it in transparency.
Fantastic.
Allyship.
Fantastic.
Strength in numbers.
You know,
us versus them versus us.
Absolutely, we must win this war. Mayonnaise.
Why are we? What is it good for? Absolutely something. It should go on a sandwich. But also, Destination XL closes at 6 p.m.
It's Destination Extra Large. That is my place.
Yes.
Also, it's
we just found this out, and honestly, and I know that you're just as shocked as I am, and I'm actually still. I'm still trying to process this,
I'm a little annoyed.
Whole thing because Destination Extra Large.
That's for me.
It closes at 6 p.m. and we all know it takes a fat man at least 4 hours to decide if he even wants to buy a suit. but which is ironically because the large man looks best in a suit.
Absolutely. You're going to like the way you look.
Because, again, you fill it out. I actually hate a suit on a little skinny guy.
I
hate
agree.
him all flapping around. Like, what is this? A bunch of sheets of spaghetti? A bunch of sheets of pasta? What is this? What is this injustice?
I know.
So that's why we are starting a petition. And I think we already got 3 signatures on it.
Really?
Destination XL needs actually to open at 6 p.m.
Open at 6 p.m., close at 3 a.m.
And I feel like if there's any change that we can do, if there's any way that we can be of help, this is how we can do it.
I love Destination Extra Large. I've got to go buy a suit for Eddie's wedding. The nice thing is the mannequins are all man-sized. They're all nice and big, and they got big old packages and big old butts. So it makes me feel very cozy right at home. Welcome to Side Stories, everyone. I am Ben. My voice is back.
It is.
My voice is back.
And so hopefully soon will the nation's voice be back?
Absolutely. That'll be great.
Because obviously, there was other bad news this week. But when it comes down to
today, distraction.
We're distraction.
This episode is a distraction.
I'm going to put it this way. We're running point. Yep. Our job is to distract that so you can take action.
Absolutely.
So we're out here, we're creating the smoke screen. How much cum can a horse make in the afternoon? That's a smoke screen.
4 ounces, probably 4 to 12 ounces.
I'm just using that as an example.
Yeah.
Like, this is a smoke screen. So use this, say like, there's no way. So you show this video to your local senator as he's laughing, thinking about those 2 guys. They tell it how it is.
Absolutely.
You then can set fire to his house.
Absolutely. Well, let's start. Speaking of what's on everybody's mind, child rearing. This story is kind of interesting. It comes from the United Kingdom.
I wish we could do an abortion from 300 yards with a scope.
Well, you can. I believe that American Sniper actually had a movie made about him for doing just that.
Wow.
A woman. She married a ragdoll.
Oh, okay. Well, this is this. So
and
again,
I just want to. So everyone's like, "Oh, ragdoll, that's sweet," like that song from Aerosmith. Ragdoll.
I think it's about a child prostitute.
It is very well possible, which is exactly what Steven Tyler looks like now. Woman who made Ragdoll has made a baby Ragdoll. Now she's calling that her child. And if you take a look at the Ragdoll, it actually kind of looks like Woody Allen in the most recent interview with Alec Baldwin, which I want to say, thank you, Alec Baldwin.
Well timed.
Perfectly timed interview just when the nation
needed it. I'm so
What's
thankful.
Woody thinking?
The whole
What's
time,
Woody thinking?
This whole week, I was like, what is Woody Allen
What's Woody thinking?
He marries these children. Do you know what I mean? Think about that, how happy he must be. Oh, good Lord. But the thing about
he really does.
This ragdoll woman, right?
Yeah.
So her name is Maravone Rocha Morais. We found this. This is definitely a real article. This is definitely not fake. But she, the one thing I'll say about the ragdoll baby, looks just like the father.
It really does. Absolutely beautiful. She says she fell in love and then fell pregnant and even claimed that she put on 4 pounds during the ragdoll pregnancy.
I don't think she needs to claim that. I think that she purposely did that.
Well, I think that's kind of fun. And that's one great thing.
You got to eat.
You get to eat quite a bit. So not wanting to give birth out of wedlock, she did arrange for a wedding to be in front of 250 family and friends.
Let's set this up. First of all, also, she took him into the pool. You can see right here, it's absolutely soaking wet. And hopefully some pictures will go up on the Patreon so you can really see what it is that we're talking here. So
it's a good-looking ragdoll.
I'm so broken. So this woman, Mervion, she said, to be honest, she always wanted a man.
Sure.
She was sad. She said the biggest problem she had is that she used to go out to the Foro dancing nights.
Oh, that's fun.
Which is Forro apostrophe. I don't know what the kind of dancing it is. And she would always get so sad.
Why?
She would go to the dances and she'd never have a partner. And she'd say she'd see the other girls furrowing with the other real men, actual human men. And she was like, oh, I wish that I could. And so what she did was, and her mother, this actually came from the doll, was actually put together by her mother.
Well, I have to say, the doll looks like if you're a firefighter and you're going through the training exercises and you have to carry a cadaver up and down a whole series of stairs. That's kind of what the doll looks like. She could have gotten one of the real dolls that has a penis and
face.
nuts and a face.
Something you can touch.
I do like the organic nature of this make-believe husband of hers.
I don't. The husband's name is Marcello.
Yes.
And it is just a body pillow with the head sewn onto it. And the woman, again, she says, the wedding was a wonderful day for me. Very important. Very emotional.
Very emotional.
It rained a lot, but it was wonderful.
Well, you don't want to get it all. You don't want to get your ragdoll husband all wet.
So, yeah.
Especially when he's wearing his finest ragdoll suit that I'm sure he did not have to get from Destination Extra Large.
He's made out of fleece.
He has no feet.
But the man, her mother made this ragdoll boyfriend for her, so I guess so she then would take it to the dance nights. I don't know whether or not Mervion has a full brain. Like, I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if she lost some. I don't know if she's had an injury.
Well, who knows? I mean, no matter what, she's very happy, and she does have a lot of family and friends. This wedding is larger than your wedding, than Marcus's wedding.
It's much bigger than my wedding.
250 people is absolutely insane.
It's a huge wedding.
And I'm sure, unlike Holden's wedding, they actually got to eat all the food before the mother involved decided to cut everybody off.
They actually went to fucking Rio de Janeiro for their honeymoon.
They had the sweetest wedding of all of our friends.
Better than all of our friends.
And they had a honeymoon that was better than all of our friends.
Yes.
So next time you're speaking with your wife and she's mad and you're mad at her, you can say, I'm slightly worse than the ragdoll husband.
I'm slightly worse. I wish I was half the husband that Marcello, the fuckable body pillow, was.
I don't even think he's fuckable because he has no penis.
So they got together and she said that, again, she says, he has so many great qualities, but the only downside is he is lazy. He doesn't work at all. But I am a warrior and I keep it going for us.
Do you remember that movie, way underrated, called May?
Oh, yes.
The woman, she made her own best friend.
I actually don't even consider that underrated. I think that's pretty fairly rated. It just has, it's underseen.
Underseen, perhaps.
I love that film.
But the question is, at what point does this creature become sentient? At what point does this ragdoll end up? I am on it because the AI is sentient. What point does it wake up and kill this poor, lonely woman?
Literally only if her wishes come true.
Exactly.
That is what she wishes it could do. Because that's what she said, it's true. Marcello, he then did get me pregnant. He didn't take care of himself. And he didn't use a condom. And she said again, it's on you too, guys. It's on you too. Get a vasectomy.
If you can, get it done.
Snip, right? She
Vaxxed it out.
He got me pregnant. I took the test. It was positive.
It was positive.
I couldn't believe it because he's a ragdoll, not real. No penis. Never once had sex with me.
I'm just happy that everyone's going along with it.
They have no choice because if not, she's going to kill everybody.
I watched half of that movie, actually like 6 months ago, Lars and the Real Girl. It's kind of unwatchable. I don't know why.
It's horrifying.
Yes,
yeah, because they try to make it normal, but it's not. Like, they try to make it cute, but at the same time, all I see is every story we've ever covered on Side Stories. So I do understand, like, on some level, it was a kind of like a fun, quirky idea with Ryan Gosling with the sex doll that he married him. But this is probably the 20th story we've covered in the history of Side Stories of people this level of broken.
It was the other blonde, white, attractive actor, I think, that was in the movie.
What?
I don't think it was Ryan Gosling. I think it was
I know for a fact I'm right.
Dumb fuck shithead.
I think that's what his name's in Swedish.
No, it's that other dude.
It's Ryan Gosling. Crushed it. All I do is fucking crush it.
Ryan
all I do.
There's a porn star with a pun on Ryan Gosling.
Oh, I'm certain there must be. Everybody suck each other's dick.
Fantastic.
I didn't feel the contractions in pain. Seeing the placenta and the umbilical cord and the blood is what made it real for me.
So I'm just so happy they want her to be happy, and everyone is going along with it. And
He was here 35 minutes, and he is great. It really upsets me when people say that he is fake. It makes me so angry.
At this point, I'm not convinced he is fake.
I am a woman of character. My father, my mother taught me to be honest, to be a good person.
I know.
And I want to take advantage of anything.
I know, and I'm actually very proud of you for not taking advantage of a man and killing him and stuffing his body.
She did. Actually, now I'm starting to feel bad for Marcella because it sounds like she just wanted that fucking baby anyway. Marcella's fucking trapped.
He doesn't even know. He has a working man's mustache. He's way overwhelmed.
She trapped
Go
him.
to work every day. He's just getting screamed at. He's like, I'm made of straw. So please, God, leave me alone.
But these guys vote. You know what I mean? This is in Europe, I think this might be in South America. I'm not certain, but whatever. Just know that they're not alone. They're not just there. They're here too. They're everywhere. People that marry their toilets, they are there. They're viable. They're running for the House of Representatives.
Yeah, marrying the toilet.
We need to take a close look. We need to take a close look at this issue.
I'd marry the microwave. You always know what time it is. And also, Your Honor. Pretty hot. Either way, this ragdoll is only 4 pounds. And, or she gained 4 pounds.
There's so many people at this wedding.
Not a safe pregnancy. And, it was in Rio de Janeiro.
Oh, well, I think that's where it was just the idea that, because then she also has to make him fuck her. You know what I mean, right?
Yes, but she has to probably put some kind of strap on him because, again, he is
also
dickless.
Remember, I just want to reiterate, the baby's also a ragdoll.
Baby's a ragdoll.
The baby doll is a ragdoll. So it's not,
That's how you know it's his.
Yes. Yes.
If it wasn't a ragdoll, Marcellus would be like, who the fuck is that? Don't look like my baby.
But he'd have said it with his eyes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just remember that again. Yeah. The baby itself was also a ragdoll made definitely by her mother.
Yes.
Because it's made out of the same material. Thank God.
Absolutely. Well, I'm just happy again. Her mother knows just how lonely and sad her daughter is, and she's not pussyfooting around.
No.
She's not saying maybe she'll find someone. She said, no, you know what? I'm making her a man.
And that's what it's all about. And I think that's what 2023 needs to be all about, especially is action. Is if you go out there and you see something that needs to be done, don't wait for somebody else to come and do it. It's time for you to do it. If you see that your neighbor's fucking a stump in his backyard, make him a woman out of a bunch of garbage.
Drill a hole in the stump for him,
and then
maybe.
go like, hey, this is so you could help get Al Franken the nomination.
There you go.
I mean, just get him, but move him towards it.
Barbara the bag of leaves, have fun with her, and then at the end of the day, when you fake kill her, because obviously you're a psychopath,
very much,
she just turns into mulch, and then she grows into a beautiful tree.
And I feel at the same time, though, can I say that is a bad example?
Yep.
Because then you start to create that positive feedback loop. Every single time I kill, I'm helping the environment.
Yeah, but if you are killing a series of bag of leaves, I think it will be fine. Sometimes, by the way, if your children are playing in leaves, don't run over them, because I hear stories about that every fall.
What?
There's always kids playing in leaves, and their dad runs over them with the car.
I mean, I don't know.
It happens every fall.
It just sounds like natural selection.
Yeah.
Rise from your grave.
Hey, you feeling comfortable in your own home on the internet? That's stupid. Did you know that incognito mode doesn't hide your activity? Yeah, we all know what you're doing. It doesn't really matter how many times you clear your browsing history, the false sense of security. We know your every perverse idea, every single controversial thought. We know it already. Your internet service provider can still see every single website you've ever visited. And they can sell your information to me. I've purchased it. That's why you need ExpressVPN. Hide yourself from me. ExpressVPN is an app that reroutes your internet connection through their very secure servers so your ISP can't see the sites you visit. Total privacy, so you can, and let's just face facts, so you could jerk off without the government getting in there. ExpressVPN keeps all of your information secure by encrypting 100% of your data with the most powerful encryption available. ExpressVPN runs seamlessly in the background and is so easy to use. All you have to do is tap one button and you're protected. ExpressVPN is available on all of your devices, phones, computers, even your smart TV. So there's no excuse not to use it. You're letting your own butt hang in the wind. You need to protect yourself, all right? The internet is all for themselves, right? I used ExpressVPN simply just because, you know what? Honestly, sick of the ads. Protect your online activity today with the VPN rated #1 by Business Insider. Visit my exclusive link, expressvpn.com/LPOTL, and you can get an extra 3 months free on a 1-year package. That's expressvpn.com/LPOTL. expressvpn.com/LPOTL to learn more.
Hey, what's up, everyone? How you doing? Ben Kissel here with Henry Zabrowski.
Yeah, it's me, man.
Yeah, bro. Henry Zabrowski is smoking some of that sweet last podcast on the left, babe. So go out there and purchase yourself some. I hope you enjoy it. We have sativa, we have indica, and we have a hybrid. And I have to tell you, from my personal experience, they are wonderful.
Super tasty live resin. You really get the delicious weedy taste, which is what I like. And
Yes.
3 different experiences. You go to your local vape store and get it.
Absolutely. Thank you all so much for supporting the show. We absolutely love you. Can't wait to see you on the road and get that vape, put it in your brain, and have a good time.
And if you want us at your favorite weed store, give them a call and ask for them by name. Last
Absolutely.
podcast on the left, it's weed.
Hail yourselves, everyone.
Hail Satan.
All right. Well, I did mention mayonnaise, and the reason
did.
that I did it was because of what was it, a month ago, 2 months ago, when I feel like we had like a month of stories that were all
About
food
deaths
related.
in restaurants.
Yes.
And there was a lot of people fighting over food and killing each other over food. And
It's
we also
bad.
know, and of all the places in the world that is the most truly the hotbed of food-based disinformation, Subway's the very top of that because we don't know what the fucking tuna is. We don't know what half that meat is.
Also, I'm a little bit upset with you because you have been informing me more of Jared Fogel's crimes that I thought, in the innocence of my heart, only involved children. Oh, God. What is this world that we live in? But
No, man,
apparently also it involves animals.
yeah, dogs and horses. It
Yeah, I
is,
didn't know that. I didn't realize it was
I
also
am-
fucking animals. I'm just so disgusted with humanity.
I watched a
sometimes,
documentary on about Jared Fogle because I never really did the deep dive into exactly what happened.
What happened to my favorite former fat guy who's now kind of a skinny guy, but also kind of weird looking? And now he's fat again.
It's really bad. He actually, he made he did make obviously his own child porn, which isn't good. I mean,
No.
obviously, definitely not good. I thought
that's where it ended, though.
Yeah, I was just like,
Which is
ew,
disgusting.
bad. Yeah, but then he had a bunch of stuff where he was trying to angle to get a hold of a bunch of horses that he could fuck. And like when it just gets to that point, it's just like, what are we doing here? Now Netflix has ads. And I really think that all of this is tied. That in some level, we're on a slippery slope to total chaos. And maybe it had something to do with that. Once a nation couldn't believe in their sandwich artist,
Yeah.
where are we? Who do we
I think
trust?
we're not on a slip. I think we're on a luge
We're on a bit of a
towards
luge.
total chaos. So anyway, in Atlanta, by the way, there's so many great restaurants in Atlanta.
There's so many good
Don't
ones.
eat at Subway.
Why?
There's so many great sandwich
Why?
joints. Anyway, so this Atlanta customer ended up shooting dead a female worker because she put too much mayonnaise on his sandwich.
It's just not cool, man. It's just mayonnaise. You scrape it off.
Yeah.
Just scrape off the mayonnaise.
Also, just who gives a shit? Mayonnaise, this is where mayonnaise is the great cover up for all bad sandwiches.
See, you and I.
If you're at Subway, just douse it in mayonnaise because it's not real meat.
Well,
I don't even
mix
know what the
it.
vegetables are.
Mix it with mustard.
Just
That's what I
do
do.
something
Mustard
to
and
cover up the
mayonnaise.
taste.
I also like it. But also, if you're in Atlanta, go to anywhere else. Go to the Ticonderoga Club. It's fantastic. That's actually really good. I was looking at this list right here that I was like, Gatto is good.
So there's another
Gun Show, obviously. Go there. Kimball House, fantastic.
The gun
Fantastic
show
restaurant.
is what happened here at this Subway restaurant.
Yes, very scary.
And so another worker, she was injured. So basically, the shooting took place at the Circle K gas station. Again, if you're going to eat at Subway, don't eat at the one in the gas
in
station.
the gas station. This is what we're murdering for?
It's unbelievable. The man is still on the run.
This
One of them
restaurant.
was immediately rushed to the hospital again for the victims, and that her condition remains unknown.
It's fucked
So
up.
the
Look
dude
at
is
Little
just
Bear. Little
on
Bear
the
actually
run.
looks really good. There's some good food here.
Yeah,
too.
there is some good food,
and
but this
Busy
guy-
Bee Cafe is also
He
really
was,
good.
I guess, he was on the go, and now he's on the lam. So Subway store owner Willie Glenn hinted that the suspect was a man. He says, "It just breaks my heart to know that someone has the audacity to point a weapon and shoot someone for as little as too much mayonnaise on a sandwich."
You're right. And it does seem that we are kind of at this horrible place where many people are just killing each other. And I just...
Her son was in the store. The victims, the one of the young ladies who was killed today, her son was in the store.
I want to go back to we need whips. Like, we need
Yeah.
whips. Again, I did this, I think it was 2019 was my whip year when I had a lot.
Yeah,
I
you had
bought
so
several
many
whips.
whips, yeah.
And it was like, we need to go back to whips. I really think that, like, take the guns away in a way. Like, maybe just, what if there's a period of time where we could just hold? Like, just see where we're at. Let
Right.
everybody play with new weapons.
Sure.
Like Raphael. Those style,
I
the
love the
little
size.
size.
Yes.
Like something like that. Something that takes skill to wield. Anybody can shoot a gun. Like, I feel like we can challenge ourselves as a country.
I
because
agree.
when you showed the videos of the laser that was issued from the U.S. Navy destroying drones, your gun is not going to stop the government from coming and taking your home
No,
if they want it.
the gun is there to kill unarmed employees who gave you too much mayonnaise.
It's not going to stop. And again, I love seeing guns,
Yes.
but you got to be very careful. Oh, God.
Yes, according to the owner, he says this is very unfortunate. I mean, there's just a whole lot of shooting and killing going on, and this is just ridiculous. And then he says, I don't know what this world is coming to, especially with our youth. They seem to be so hot-headed.
Fuck him. First of all, fuck him.
Everybody wants to carry a gun, he says.
It's all of them. I blame everybody. I blame all of them.
He also says everybody wants to scare somebody with a gun. It's scary out there.
You know who you should
unfortunate.
scare him with is a fucking picture of Jared Fogle.
Well,
That's scary. That
Absolutely.
actually is very scary. Because it'll be like, you want him to come back? You want
yeah.
this guy to come back? He got far too little time in jail. Ghislaine, man. Ghislaine got 20 years.
20 years.
Yeah,
20
Ghislaine
years.
got 20 years. That's a good story. At least that's a little bit of tiny bit of good news. At least that's plenty of time for her to get murdered in there.
Well, who knows what she'll do. She'll probably have a good canteen and she'll be giving everyone the good ramen, if you know what I mean. And, you know, she goes, she can dabble in the vaginal arts.
Oh, yeah,
so
she knows.
she'll find herself a real beast in there. And,
She's a real Riddler. She can get in there. And she's very, we'll see. She'll definitely be in solitary for the most of her life. In jail,
knows?
she'll be there.
Who knows?
But I could see her, I could definitely see her offing herself or getting moitered. And honestly, that'll, what are you going to do?
what are you going to do? All I know is we've got to hurry this episode up because Alec Baldwin, he's interviewing Jared Fogle next.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Perfect.
he's doing Woody Allen, Jared Fogle, and then he's going to have Roman Polanski.
Ooh, and then I heard Bill Cosby and Ivanka Trump are going to put out a makeup line. I'm really excited. I love this. I love this.
That's great.
There is another there is a scary story coming out of South Africa, which is I guess will be cleared up more as time goes. I will also be unpacking that other cult story. We have two cult stories that I have to do. We should do like a special like cult edition side stories where we go through all of that material, which we will.
Can I talk about Jared Leto?
You can. You absolutely can. But in South Africa, this 21 young people, they're all drinking illegally. But they were found dead inside of a some kind of nightclub warehouse party, and no one knows why. They're saying that they believe it was some form of gas attack, and they don't know what that means. A witness, a 17-year-old that was there, they told Al Jazeera that they were told that celebrities were hosting this party. This soap opera party.
No, celebrities aren't hosting it. They're just not hosting it.
No. And so she snuck out of the house to go there at night, but then the nightclub immediately went to capacity. People were asked to leave, and then apparently they just closed everybody inside and started spraying everybody with tear gas. There's like a thing that happened where people were freaking out on the inside, but we still don't know what caused everyone's death, because it did seem there are a lot of people who said they said it smelled like gasoline in there, and we don't know what happened. And I guess this is happening during a time period in South Africa called Youth Month, which I actually heard that's where Woody Allen was zooming in from.
Absolutely. And of course, with Jared Fogle, emphasis on the zoo, because evidently he wanted to have sex with animals.
Don't like it.
The bouncer was there, and then he shut the door, and then everyone suffocated. So was this like a mare dare?
We don't know. It's just now details are going to come out, but it is one of those. It's it's somewhat mysterious, but also just very frightening.
What the
And we don't know what it is.
fuck?
And they say they're now going to start doing toxicology reports, but it's just nothing like a mysterious mass death to start your week.
Very strange. Of course, it ended their lives. One of the witnesses there, they say they smelled gas. Not sure if it was gas or pepper spray, and then they passed out. So their body was like, "You're not going to die today.
No,
you are going to take a nice nap." When they woke up, they also thought that everyone thought that they were dead.
Yes.
Which probably kept them alive.
No, it was very scary. Honestly, if you wake up and you think you're dead, it's actually good because it means you're not dead. Because you're thinking that you're dead.
Yes. Okay. Well, be careful. What happened?
They don't know. They literally have no clue what happened. It's really, really it's very mysterious, and we'll find out. I imagine that it is. So they had a overcrowded, a bunch of teenagers inside when they weren't supposed to be
hammered.
there. So I imagine I'm gonna maybe go out on a little bit of a limb here and say that they not following a lot of regulations, probably a lot of safety codes that were completely fucked up. I could totally see them having some form of gas leak and it killing everybody on the inside because every single thing was not remotely regulated, which is why I'm so glad that and again, here in America, we're leading the example to really just strip those regulations. I think it's very, very important to let these nightclubs be. This is called freedom. They were all free to go die there.
In some ways, obviously, given the history of nightclub violence here, I'm not sure which is the best way to go. According to Ramaphosa, this tragedy is made even more grave because it happened again, as Henry said, during Youth Month, a time which we celebrate young people, advocate and advance opportunities for improved socioeconomic conditions for the youth of our nation. Well, okay, so they are 22 of them are dead.
No, it's not good, man.
Very bad.
No, it's very bad. Very scary. There's also a revamp of so Jeremy Corbell, who is deep into the UFO world. This is a little bit more on my side of the news, a little more friendly news, but also very interesting. So when you saw the original, that UAP conference that came out like last month, I believe, and they talked about this one incident that they are now trying to say is drones. There's a part of this new movement that the U.S. government is doing is trying to say like, but you know how complicated all these other Chinese and Russians drones are.
Sure.
We don't have anything like that. That's for certain.
Why would we?
We definitely do. If they have it, we more so. We definitely have something.
We give the Pentagon $800 billion a year, so they better have fucking something.
They better fucking have something. But now they're really trying to take the storyline back. The people on this U.S. Navy warships, they're trying to say what they saw. There is no fucking way.
Okay.
What they saw are drones. They were swarmed by hundreds of spheres and lights and all this type of shit, and they have no fucking clue what it is.
They're doing a government example of I know what I saw.
Yes, they're trying to say, we know what we saw. You can't tell us we were wrong. Jeremy Corbell put out this video. This was in the Pacific Ocean, if you look this out. I don't know how I feel about Jeremy Corbell, because or Corbell, however you pronounce it, because he's kind of your hipster UFO guy. He's got a lot of hats, a lot of big wide brim hats.
Okay.
Which always freak me out. I don't like that. It makes me not trust you.
Unless it's sunny.
Unless you're the Amish reenactor.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's too broad. You don't work hard enough for the hat. But he
also don't trust those Amish shows, because none of them are actually Amish. Those are scams.
They're all scams. All you need is the beard without the mustache.
Yeah.
But he showed this video, and it's very eerie. It's over the ocean, and he says that you see this orb, and you watch it dip down into the water. You watch it splash. It lights up, and then it blip, and then it comes up out of the water. This thing fucking freaky. We don't have anything that does this transmedia travel, at least as far as we know. There's nothing that's out. But if you do want an example of the way things are broken down, I actually found a really good YouTube series. It's called Leto Files, LEHTOFILES. And this guy who's a former pilot, he was an F-16 pilot for 18 years, Chris Leto, he analyzes UAP videos, and he does his full-on breakdown about whether or not he thinks that they are planes.
What did he think?
And he again, it's the idea of what we have yet to conquer. It seems to be within our technology. We don't know if we have done that in the black, but it's definitely nothing that we have seen, which is something that can go into the water and come out of the water. We have not we don't have anything really like that. So what and it's interesting. Watch his video on the subject. It's very compelling. Like these naval officers, they're all just saying like, don't call us fucking crazy. We filled out all of this shit. We all know we watched the skies for our entire careers.
There's still some shame, isn't there, in the game? Which is kind of interesting. I'm happy we need a little more splash of shame, I do think.
You say shame. I still think that this is psychological warfare. I think that this is all about us either claiming, this is all being like, I don't know, it's reverse psychology. It's being like, oh, the rest of the Chinese must have this crazy stuff. Meanwhile, like, it could very well be our stuff, and that they are using that as a way to throw off the set or to brag.
Could be.
They do that as a signal to them of being like, look at our new drones. Are you ready for you want to do that hot war? You want to do that official hot war?
Let's get a nice warm one going. All right. Well, speaking of warfare, a small update on the frog man.
Oh, it's probably fake, yeah.
Oh, it's a 14-year-old boy.
It's a child, and it also apparently was a bunch of compiled videos and might actually be entirely fake.
Fantastic. Also,
but we don't know. That's TikTok, baby.
That's
TikTok, baby.
There was also a Texas mayor, Matthew McElravy. He's 42. He had to resign because he tried to fuck a 14-year-old. So there you go on that. Just a quick little dip into perhaps some more of a top hat story there. Kind of, not really.
Is that a top hat story? Is that what you cover every day on the show? Just who's tried to have sex with a boy?
It would be the whole show.
Yep.
Because these people are disgusting. Also in Bangkok. Yeah, give me a couple of drinks first, okay? There was some luggage, and someone tried to smuggle in 109 live animals, including armadillos and porcupines.
For what purpose?
I don't know.
Is this for your own amusement? Is this to create Noah's Ark but on a plane?
For those that don't travel too much, cocaine, bring it. Meth, who cares?
Who cares?
You can shove anything up your asshole.
Absolutely.
C4, whatever. But if you even think about bringing a goddamn turtle dove with you, they'll arrest you.
You'll fucking bang your head against the wall. You've been a fucking concrete square.
Absolutely.
As soon as you can blink.
So, anyway, it was a 38-year-old and a 24-year-old. The luggage contained 50 lizards, 20 snakes, 2 white porcupines, 2 armadillos, and 35 turtles. I don't know how they thought they were going to get it through security.
Positive thinking.
I
they
guess.
just sat and they really thought, they're like,
look at the luggage.
Maybe, it's full of animals.
It looks like it's full of animals.
Maybe I think that it's kind of like what we are various government people have learned. I think what our government has learned is that if you just say the outrageous truth barefaced, if you just say the crime and just do the crime openly, I think for a while they'll just think it's so stupid. They'll just let it through. That I feel like we're like, what are they? Yeah, they're gonna have all these hedgehogs in a fucking suitcase, and then we're gonna be like, all right, I guess this got to go through. It's his hedgehogs,
and then they got a picture.
He's the one who brought him here. You know what I mean? Like
porcupine.
That's very sad, though.
I know.
Well, now we know the way they transport animals, especially for circuses, why they had to stop it in the old days, is that if you wanted to have 2 bears in your circus, you'd have to buy like 10 to 15 bears, because that's how many bears would die by the time the bears arrived for the circus. And
back in the day, you'd have to have like 10 kids to keep 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's why they built all that, the quiverful movements and all the type of shit, because the idea is to just constantly breed and turn a woman into her own circus tent, because her vagina and her body will have then been so shredded by all the different births that then actually everybody can hide underneath her.
Do you think that woman with the ragdoll shoved it up her pussy and then had it and then had someone grab it out?
No, I think that she is an absolute mad woman, and I think that she pretended all happened, and that her mother just brought that doll over the house.
So no idea what happened here with the animals. I think they're just going to kill all of them.
It's very possible, yes.
All right, fantastic.
Great story, Kisshole.
No problem.
I'm just so excited. I just love the news. And it has just been wow.
Rise from your grave.
A roast as dark as the night, perfect for fueling the cryptid research and mad ravings required for your podcasting. Don't mind the red eyes. He's just trying to warn you of the bridge.
The bridge.
Finally, from the caffeine-addled brains of Spring Hill Jack Coffee and Last Podcast on the left, we bring you Mothman's Red Eye Blend. Yes, delicious Panama beans. Go to lastpodcastmerch.com to order yours today.
Well, this is kind of a positive story. Speaking of,
did you hear that Alec Baldwin's going to join ISIS?
ISIS?
Yeah, he said this week he's going to be like, he's so excited for this new opportunity. He's doing a web series with ISIS. They're redoing Harry Potter.
Yeah, that murderer, he was on the front lines. He brought Trump down a little bit.
He's traumatized, okay? He murdered someone. Do you have an idea how hard it is for him that he murdered somebody?
I can't believe.
Alec, why you make the bang bang?
Cucumber.
Alec, I wish, come to my bosom, because how you say, I make a fuck. Do you make you smile? Because how you say you frown.
He killed that beautiful woman. And then as his life goes on, one would say maybe he could be like Jimmy Carter. He could go build houses. But no, he's He's interviewing Woody Allen on Instagram.
Someone has to. Someone has to.
Sometimes there's justice in this world.
When?
In trunks of cars. So, well, I don't even know if there's... So anyway, there was this woman that was murdered, which is very sad.
Well, we don't know if she was murdered. She's technically missing.
Okay.
That's what makes it even. It's very sad.
I don't know. So there was a dude stalking this chick, and then he died because he put himself in the trunk of her car to stalk, or his car, whatever. Either way, he's dead in the trunk of a car because he's a fucking asshole.
Well, it's just fucked up because it's very it's a fucked up story. It's this woman, Jamie Michelle Fraley. She went missing in April 8th of 2008. She was sick, and she said she had a friend that was going to take me to the hospital. And it turned out who that friend was her neighbor, Ricky Dale Simon Sr., who was a man who was the father of her fiance, right?
Oh.
And so this man who had become obsessed with her, his son, Ricky Simons Jr., was in jail. He was incarcerated for 15 months for theft. Jamie Fraley, she had a little tattoo of his name on her ankle. It was very sweet, that type of thing. But Ricky Dale Simons, Sr., offered to drive her to the hospital, and she just never came back, right? And so then 2 months later, Ricky Simon Sr., because they already knew that there was like, who is this guy? Because he was her neighbor. He was the last person they knew that she was going to be around during that time period.
Seems like he probably just killed her.
Definitely did, because they found her cell phone was thrown off to the side of the road.
Great.
They found, but her house was like, her license and all the stuff were still in the house. Her wallet was still in the house. The police are still trying to say she ran away because they don't want to do their job. And then the father, the Simmons Sr., he then apparently was then found later on in the trunk of King Sprenger's car. He was dead of heat exhaustion because apparently that was his ex-girlfriend. And so he became obsessed with her. And he apparently, which was, again, this is a reminder to make sure you hydrate. He was hammered and high. And when he went into the trunk, which is why he died in there. And she didn't notice it until it started smelling, which is, again, just such a horrible Tuesday.
Very Casey Anthony.
Casey Anthony. And
I had some bad pizza back there. No, that's the thing, Chris. Bad pizza back there.
Yes, he was a criminal, and now they're pretty certain he had something to do with the crime, because he said right before he was found dead, he had told his friends that he was going to give his ex-girlfriend the surprise of her life, and then showed them all a knife. And you'd think that somebody'd say something, but then they're like, you know him. He's always killing. I wonder if they just felt like, if he doesn't kill, you know what he'll do. Like that's his, like, he needs to get that out of his system first.
That's the bad thing for him to do.
Yeah, but the thing is, once he kills,
he's not going to pay taxes if he doesn't kill.
And once he kills 1 or 2 women, then he gets it out of his system. Like, they just let that go.
All right. Well, there we go. I guess it's time for Hero of the Week.
Yeah, please, is there one?
I was kind of thumbing through a little bit here, and no. I'm gonna give it.
This episode is a smoke screen like distraction.
I'm gonna give it to Kevin Ford. Now, this man, he's actually technically. I wish that he didn't have to do this, but he did do this. So anyway, he was a Burger King employee.
Okay.
And he just received $212,000 in donations because he never missed work in 27 years. I also want to say this, Kevin, you can miss work.
Please miss work.
It's Burger King. But anyway, you're a hero today because that's just what we're doing.
I'm thank you for the nuggets.
Yep. He's a 54-year-old father of 4 who was brought to tears when he saw his family telling co-host Savannah Guthrie and Craig Melvin, now those are television stars, that it's the first time he's seen them in 4 years. This story is very sad.
I am so sad.
So he hugged his grandkids and wiped tears from his eyes. He says, I haven't seen them. I haven't touched my grandkids or anything.
Why?
So I don't know. I don't know.
Was he allowed to? Please tell me he was allowed to, right?
He was working.
I know he was working, but please tell me he was legally allowed to see them and it wasn't, this isn't going to be revealed that he's a fucking predator.
He's on the Today Show, so it's up to their producers to make it so he didn't. So I'm not taking responsibility. I'm not vetting this motherfucker.
Okay, good.
He's the hero of the week.
Yeah, we'll let the Today Show. We're putting it on them. So if it turns out he's a predator, they did this.
Yeah.
Okay, we didn't do this.
No, absolutely not. Yeah.
We also didn't get to tell the story of the man who got kicked out of the Enchanted Rose in the Grand Floridian at Disney for drinking too much, but apparently for trying to hug a waitress a lot. And then they got mad, and then he put his hands around his back and he said, "I'll tell you how many expensive cars I have." And then they found him later on in his hotel room with his family.
That'll be fun. Anyway, so there was a GoFundMe page showing appreciation for how many years this man worked. So he received from a manager in honor of his 27th year, he received things which included things like Starbucks reusable cups, 2 bags of candy,
oh my God,
and some movie ticket vouchers.
Oh man.
27 years of work, and he got
a couple of free movie tickets.
2 bags of candy.
I haven't paid for a movie ticket in months because of the AMC Stubs thing. You can just get free tickets.
Fantastic.
Yeah, you can just get free tickets. You don't even have to work tirelessly at Burger King for 27 years without a single day off to get a free movie ticket if you want.
Well, anyway, so then people saw the post, and then they were able to raise $200 for a plane ticket to allow him to come visit her children. So you would think
$200 is all he got out of the GoFundMe.
Well, no, he got $212,000.
Oh, okay.
But he got $200 for a plane ticket. But if you work tirelessly for 27 years,
you should have made that money.
You would think.
Wow.
Yeah, it's actually just horrible. It's a horrible story.
Yep.
And that's the hero of the week.
That is really good.
So work yourself to death.
That's really, really,
and
really
then
good.
Maybe you get a reusable cup, a couple of bags of candy, and you get to see your kids.
I promise to treat Fernando and Joel better than this, and Madeline. I promise to treat them better than this. I promise you won't have to. You can go out of town if you need to, Fernando. You can see your family if you want to, Fernando.
I'm just going to send this. And then, you know what? Now that I think about it, I'm going to start sending this story around. You know? Look what this guy did. He ruined his entire life for Burger King.
They don't even know his name.
No, they don't know. It doesn't matter.
Did they write his name on the cup?
No, this is what he said. He said, "I was just so grateful to have it. I'm still grateful. I have the Starbucks cup in my room." So he has the 27 years.
But I get, though, at the same time, though, I really do thank everybody who works in those fields, especially if you're working. It's like, if you're keeping us fed, we have to do this, man. We all need to eat. It's really very, very sad.
When asked by Savannah Guthrie, again, no other news going on in the world, so I'm just so happy they had this on today. What an important story. How he managed to work for 27 years without taking a day off. He said, "I don't know, maybe I'm a robot." So they kind of took his humanity from him there.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, Woody Allen is thinking about retiring.
Oh, he said the thrill is gone.
He says the thrill is gone, and he says that he's just going to make one more fully funded film in Paris, the most beautiful city in the world, and then he's going to think about retiring. So
yeah, this guy says, I don't even know how I did it. It's just something. You just work. You got to feed these kids and put them through through school.
You got to work. We're not making fun of the job.
No.
We're making fun of the man. We're just feel
I love this man.
I love this man.
I just feel like Burger King probably should have been like, take a day off. We'll even pay you. He said he never even thought about missing a day.
Yeah, he should have thought about it once.
But now he's got a Starbucks cup and a couple of bags of candy, and then he can go to the movies. Oh, God.
Well, I just want to talk about last week on the listener emails. I asked for people to say, what are the suspicious things that people bought at your store?
Oh, also David Spade did support him.
Who? Oh, great.
The Burger King worker.
Fuck yeah, good.
But
hire him.
Also, David Spade did say, keep up the good work. It's been 27 fucking years. Put down the good work.
He's allowed.
Put down the good work.
He's done enough.
You're done.
I think he's done enough.
Fantastic.
I worked as a cashier at the Ben Salem, Pennsylvania Walmart. I don't know if it's Ben Salem. I don't know. And it's on and off from 2005 to 2012. Now, working the self-checkout one night, an older man with scraggly gray hair and an unkempt beard came in with 2 young girls. The girls wore long-sleeve floral print dresses and had blonde braids that trailed to their waists. Definitely not dressed that way. That's how we know they're immediately all... They're captive.
Could be a cult.
They looked too thin, borderline malnourished. They struck me as Amish, but the man did not. Something was off about the trio. He didn't seem to be their father, and he had a permanent scowl. The man brought pounds and pounds and pounds and pounds of dog food. The girls avoided eye contact and seemed to be in general discomfort. Years later, I saw the man's photo in the news and recognized him immediately. His name was Lee Kaplan. He was, quote unquote, given a 14-year-old girl in exchange for money. She was 18 when Kaplan was arrested, and then she had already had a 3-year-old child and a 6-month child with him. I'm convinced she was one of the girls in the Walmart with him that day. They don't know. They found 12 girls aged 6 months to 18 years in his home without birth certificates or social security numbers. And they don't know what the dog food was for because they had no mention of dogs in the home.
Oh, that means he was feeding them dog food, which is so fucking disgusting. Also, it's not cheap.
It's not cheap, but also, when he's got the new food, it's actually very tasty.
So Lee Kaplan, I just Googled him here. He befriended an Amish couple. Then he sexually assaulted 6 of their young daughters.
Yeah, man, it's not good.
And he was sentenced to 30 to 87 years. I'm going to say, gotta go with the last sentence.
At least he's in jail. At least, good. At least he's fucking in jail. All right, but that's an evil one. That was an evil one. When I was a teenager, I cashiered at a small local grocery store when one day an older man using a walker came in through my line. At first, I thought he had just bought a few bottles of lube, but just kind of sprinkled throughout his groceries. But it turned out there was over 46 bottles of personal lubricant. They just kept coming, and there was no sale. And there was no sale. And after he left, I reprinted his receipt, and on a break, my coworker and I counted how many he got. And I still think about it 4 years later.
Well, you know what? He might just be a sketch comedian. Also,
well, how much lube? Truly, I bought so much lube and unlubed condoms as a sketch comedian.
When I was on a plane one time,
at the sex shop, we had an account at a sex shop in New York.
I know. I was on a plane one time. I think I was with my friend Kep, and the stewardess told me how she has a guy come. He was a Hispanic fellow, and he would lay down a shower curtain, lube it up. And then they would tussle on there.
I mean, that's fun.
Sure. So maybe they're just doing some fun tussling.
Hopefully you're not renting the place. Because unfortunately, that oil can really stain.
That's why you put the shower curtain down.
Oh, of course. And but to me, again, good fun.
Good fun.
That's good fun. Everybody should be that's great. Because then you get it at because everybody's enjoying themselves. You know what I mean?
Lord.
And I'm gonna this other one that they sent is actually pretty fucking another one that's kind of more sad. This is another one where a guy was asking he's like, I'm looking for an ice pick, and they're like, okay. And then he called looking for an ice pick. He showed back up. He's like, yes, this is perfect. He wore a trench coat and shit. And the woman's like, oh, you're not gonna use it to murder anybody. And he's like, no, I'm a magician. And then showed a couple of tricks to her and then tried to get her number.
Oh, he's a magician.
Yep.
Okay, fantastic.
So, again,
very Sharon Stone.
Well, guys, what a terrible week. But we have to live still.
Yeah, we do.
Because fucking ain't over till we're fucking dead. Right? It ain't fucking over.
And that's just a new beginning, isn't it?
We just have to keep moving forward, right? We got to love the fact that we still have a lot of fucking arrows in the quiver.
Sure.
You know what I mean? There's still ways out there. We got to fight now. Now it's time to go to the fucking mattresses, all right? Because we can't let a theocracy happen, right? Because it's going to cramp my fucking style.
You're going to fight on the mattress.
All right? It's a Godfather reference, all right?
Is that right?
And we got to laugh our ways to the gallows later on. Okay? Because that's how this is going to fucking go down in the end.
Don't shoot anyone over mayonnaise.
Don't shoot anybody over mayonnaise.
Please, God, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters.
Nothing really. It does matter. It does
Not
matter.
Mayonnaise.
Not mayonnaise. We got to be better to each other. We have to think outside of our own.
You going to use
heads.
bun? You going to say bun?
No, I never.
Taco Bell.
No, I would never. I would never steal an incredible logo and catchphrase from someone else.
I know. All right, everyone. Well, thank you for listening. Hail yourselves.
Hail Satan.
Magustalations.
Thank you to the people of Canada. We had an incredible couple shows.
Oh, yes, they were
very,
so
very
fun.
Excited. It was
Vancouver
so good.
and Toronto.
Very good. And we want to wish, if you're here and if you care, wish Ed Larson a congratulations. He's getting married this weekend.
Happy marriage?
Yeah, man, he's getting married. So, again, life continues on.
Yeah, send him an Insta message.
Yeah, come on, go in there. Send him gifts to his home.
Sure.
Find him. Throw money at him.
Yes.
And food. Throw food at him.
And money.
Yep.
Not food, because he's got to stay skinny for the wedding.
Up until then, yes. He can't be swollen until... Yeah, he's looking great. He's losing some lbs.
Okay.
I don't think he's wearing a girdle or anything. Hail me. This show is made possible by listeners like you. Thanks to our ad sponsors. You can support our shows by supporting them. For more shows like the one you just listened to, go to lastpodcastnetwork.com.